Okay, I want to say welcome to another very quick video here, another very quick art video, and this time we're in another software called Manga Studio. It's a very good software, I've had it for a long time. My version of Manga Studio is a little bit older. It doesn't have the animation features in this, but it's a very good software, and most of the features are still there and everything. And this is Manga Studio, or Manga Studio 5 EX or EX5. Anyway, it's also known by the name Clip Studio. If anybody knows this, it's actually Clip Studio or Clip Studio Paint. It's the same thing, okay? Anyway, it's a very popular software. Very good as well. I want to show you here what I've got on my screen. I have some stick figures that I've made, and what I did is I drew over them, just trying to work out the positions of the human body, you know. And it just goes to show you how simple it is to make the human body based off of rough figures the way I'm doing them. So let me just show you how I'm doing that. Okay, again, what I do is I take a black pen, just a normal thin black pen in any art software, or you can do it on paper with a pencil, and you lay down the thing before you lay down a basic stick figure before you start adding the pen art on top, okay, on another layer. But what we do is to emulate this, I'm not using a pencil, I'm actually just using a pen within the features here in the software. I'm saying the same thin black pen, I don't need to change it over to another one or anything. And what I'm doing is I'm turning the opacity, meaning the transparency level, up, and the opacity will go down. It basically makes it transparent, very light. If you don't want to do it that way, you can use like another colour or something, but you're going to definitely have to work on different layers, okay? So make sure you can see what you're doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a circle for the head, a circle for the body, and a circle for the hips, but I don't think of it like that. What I think, because if you want to do that, then you should be doing it properly, like the head, you know, you even put a neck in and everything. That's about the size of a rib cage. Put the lower body here, like joined it on, and then you have a small part like that, kind of for the waist. We're not actually doing it that way, okay? What I'm doing is I'm just adding 3 circles, simple as that. Boom, boom, boom. And the size of them and the position of these circles, and they overlap, I'm just overlapping, it doesn't matter. The size of the angle and everything, you can see. I'm imagining that there's a spine line through these and that they're bent. And what I'm actually doing is, when I'm doing these, the sizes too, like for example, can emphasize different things. Like this could be a character that we're looking up at, like a giant or something, you know, looking above the skyscrapers, you know. Or if we're looking, if they're getting bigger as they go down, then maybe it could be that, you know, smaller, sorry, as they go down. Maybe we're looking down on a character who's walking along a street, you know. But the main thing is we've got these 3 circles, one for the head, and then what I do is I add 2 for the body, splitting that up. What that actually is basically a head, and then we have 3 parts really. There's the rib cage, and there's the groin part down here, and this joins in kind of like that. But I'm just imagining that these 3 parts here are just 2. I'm just bending it like that because I think it works well enough. How the groin basically is in here anyway, and then the bottom half of the body, you see, and that's like the rib cage be about here anyway, something like that, you know, and you've got this in there, so I can just bend that either way. Now for the arms, I just do wavy lines, okay, or just bent lines if you want to do it like that. For the hands, I'll just do like simple lines or simple little triangles or whatever they're going to be, squares, circles, triangles, just to make it up. And I put these lines in for the legs as well, and similar for the feet and the knees. I'll just bend them, whatever, you know. It takes some understanding of perspective, I'll say that, okay, you have to understand that as well. But that's basically what I'm doing. And what I do is, okay, with the you don't have to overlap them like that, you can do them like this, but I just work different things. I also imagine that there's lines across for the shoulders and the hips, okay, so like this, let's imagine the lines here and the lines here, different positions, and then when I do my legs, you see, I'm just according to where they started from the shoulders and the hips, you see, you can see that they will join in. So if there's a neck, let's imagine, hold on guys, Sorry guys, yeah. Sorry about that, I had to go out of the room for 1 second there, please excuse me. Had a knock on the door. But with the neck, you can do a neck if you want to do a neck on there, but you've got a line through the middle as the spine, and it goes all the way down to the middle, to the hips, basically. Okay, middle of the hips. So on this one, it's the same thing. You don't have to draw that spine in and all these lines in if you don't want to, but I find it helps. And you'll just basically work out the positions, as I say. Then what I do is I'll make sure that's very faint, and I'll go on top just really quickly, and I'll show you. And I'll do a normal sized head, you know, and I'll just work it all in. So I'll do the neck if I want to do a bit of a neck in there, shoulders, you know, arms there, work it all out, you know, do the shapes on top. And do a little bit where it goes in there, you see, and then out to the hips a little bit. More curvy for women, of course, but you know. And I'll just work it with the perspective and stuff, you know. And basically you'll find you're able to draw any positions, I find it, you know, basically. So I've got that foot the wrong way around there. Foot the wrong way around. And you're just doing a simple position like this, you're able to, you know, do simple poses, any kind of way, really, you know. I think I've done that kind of wrong, this hip here, right? It's like that, it should be so. Okay, but I was going to put some clothes on the guy there. You can imagine you can draw something much better, you know, if you wanted to. This one we'll just do a really quick, I'm not doing any detail, I'm just doing a quick one here. So I'm going to give some dainty arms and make it a woman character. Shoulders raised, simple little mark for a hand there, couple of breasts, thin neck, and just really quickly the body's going to curve, and it's going to get these big hips coming out, swaying there. This here, you know, and you can see basically what we got. I've actually done this a little bit strange, the angle, I must say, but you know, you can see how we're able to work these shapes just by using these shapes. So I must go now, I must stop this video, okay, but I'm going to make another video very soon showing you, we're going to do some rough quick practice sketches and stuff in another video, okay. So thank you so much for watching this, and there you are. See you again soon, guys.